Hello, fellow collectors. Today we'll be talking about Doom Eternal, Doomslayer, White Armor. And here we have the Doomslayer gold label from McFarlane Toys. And here it is, Doomslayer White Armor. And here we also have Doom Eternal and some artwork for all of the boxes. On the side here, McFarlane Toys, Doom Eternal. Now this is a Big Bad Toy Store exclusive, so this is the only place you can get it. So if you want it, head on over there now. So I have to bring in my scale. You see this guy's coming in at 11.6 ounces. So let's get him off the scale and out of the box. Okay, now that we have him out of the box, let's take a look at his accessories. Comes with a sword here. Now this is the only version that doesn't come with a sword, and if you look closely on the sword, it has mimicked writing on it. So here we see the sword hilt. And it's very nice that it's done in the translucent plastic. Make it look like a flame sword. So if I bring in the Doomslayer a little close, we can see this white version with a couple of red and black gray highlights on the top. Now the armor here on the top does rotate around. It is on a ball joint. It is a little different than the other versions. The other versions just had pieces of armor on there. You'll see here it's just the hole and the peg ball joint. He still has the same type of gun on the back with a ball jointed hinge here, and on the back as well it has the ball joint. Now it's a very chalky white. I don't know if this is coming through on the channel or not, but yeah, it's very white. In some areas it's very chalky, in some areas it's a little shiny. The helmet is a little shiny. And love that visor. It got a little blood there. We look at the chest armor here. Side. The leg armor. And them boots with the tread inside them. Now each leg does have a stand hole. Let's look at the backs of the legs. Alright, if we stand them up right, we can get a look at this arm here that has a sword on it. The armor. Now if I go in and see how high he is, the top of those lasers coming in at 7.5. Top of his head is coming in at 7 3/8. I'm sorry, 3/10. That's very, very nice. Yes, I need more coffee. 3/10. Okay, you know how to read a measure tape. Oh boy. Okay, anyway. All right, so if I bring them into the other versions that I got, here is the red armor version. You can see definitely different armor, different head sculpt, similarities. The boots are not the same, legs are not the same. armor is just not the same. The only thing I think that is the same is the laser gun on the side here. Since the whole mold is different, that would be the only thing that would be different. And so if you bring in the Doomslayer, the glow-in-the-dark edition, it also will have a different armor. So you'll see nothing matches on this. So it's nice to get a totally brand new edition for the Doomslayer and not the same remold. So this version head, let's see, can look up that much, but look down really nice. Like I say, the gun here is on a ball jointed at the connection point here on the back. It does have a hinge, and this is a ball jointed angle too, so you could put it away if you wanted to. Or something to that effect. Now, as far as the arms concerned, like I said, these are on ball jointed, but his arms do come out a little bit, and you'll see here, pop this off, the armor had this ridge here, so it does prevent it from doing a lot of upward movement. Now it does go around, and whenever it does go around, it does push it out a little bit. As far as his elbow is concerned, there is one single hinge here, and you can get that much and that much. His wrists are on a ball jointed hinge, so you'll see it gets a little movement here and there. You just have to line the hinge up to get the correct movement. Now both of his fingers have trigger fingers, even though he does not come with a gun. You can borrow one from the others. As far as Abby Crunch goes, let's see how this guy does. Pretty good. Just you'll have a gap here, big old gap, if you look at that. Now as far as forward, pretty good. Not much of a gap, just a huge one. You can see there. You can almost see inside of it. Let's see if I can get the camera to pick up on that. Nope. Okay, so he also has waist articulation and this much of a split. So if we look at his legs, they do have single bends in them. So see here, he does have just a hinge there. As far as the ankles go, you can see the ball jointed hinge there, but the armor will prevent it from going much rotation side to side, but up and back, you get basically that much. I'm not seeing a tilt here, unless you can get that ball jointed hinge to go your way, then you might be able to get a little bit of a tilt on there. See his ball. Okay, get him back on the stand. Back up to standing position. Yeah, so definitely will look good on your shelf. I hope they start coming up with different demons or something for him to pose on the shelf with. Because just having this guy on the shelf, you're like, oh, look, it's the Doomslayer. No demons? Okay, well, cool. Yep. Maybe get some Diablo toys, but they are so small compared to these 7-inch figures. It just doesn't go right with them. So yeah. So here are the Doom Slayers that I have at the moment. So if you want these guys, head on over to Big Bad Toy Store. Till next time, remember to shop around, like, subscribe, and keep collecting.